New Voices in Black Cinema offers an annual forum for narrative and documentary films about the Black experience, as well as shorts just like the one we just saw. Though it's hard to believe there's anything else quite like He Who Dances on Wood.
Well, the woman who made, directed, and produced it is here with us now. Jessica Beshir, welcome to BK Live.
Thank you.
And to tell us more about what's happening over the next 5 days, starting tomorrow, we're happy to have Karen McMullen, head curator of the festival, and thank you so much for joining us as well.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, He Who Dances on Wood, how did this film come about?
Well, I met Fred in the neighborhood. When I first moved to Brooklyn, I used to see this man going every morning somewhere. I had no idea where he was going, but he has such a sense of determination, and then there's so much beauty in him, so regal, and just his walk, you know, he had like this sway, and I always wondered where he was going, until one day I found out. I was in the park under this tunnel, and I found out what he was doing, and he was basically like putting this old piece of wood under the tunnel and tapping away. So I was just mesmerized by what he was doing, and it's not about his showmanship per se, but there was a deep sense of commitment and pact with himself. He was not doing that for show. It was like his own meditation, his own, it was very early in the morning, so not a lot of people were there. It was for himself, and I love that, so yeah.
So you had to capture it and share it.
But Karen, I want to come to you now. You're running this thing this year, and this passion that Jessica had for this subject is so apparent, and it's like bleeds all over the film. I wondered, looking at the submissions that are coming in and working through your curatorial process, easier to do than say, right? Working through your process, is that apparent in all of the films that made it to the big screen, just the love that the filmmaker had for the subject?
Well, yeah, that's a large part of what makes our films special and why we select the films we do. You know, there are a lot of Black stories that never get told, and we know we're not a two-dimensional people, we're multi-dimensional. And our festival, New Voices in Black Cinema, gives us a chance to show these stories, or it's urgent that our stories get told, that we be seen as fully evolved people that we are. And yes, all the filmmakers who make their films are as passionate as Jessica. And yeah, it's apparent in each and every film in our festival.
How do you keep it all from being dump Trump this year? If that's like, if we're talking about Black perspectives on things, do you notice trends as things come in waves? Or
well,
it's all multifaceted, like you said?
Or what's trending?
Well, it takes a long time to make a film, right, Jessica? So Trump just got in office, so you know, maybe in a couple years we'll see more dump Trump. But right now, but also, as you know, people live their lives. You know, he's but a small facet of our lives. You know, people have their own stories, their own struggles, their own journeys, their own artistic pursuits, and you know, our lives don't revolve around that guy. So.
Can you tell us about the different panels that will be available at the festival? I always enjoy just hearing the creators speak.
Sure. In addition to we have 25 films showing, 9 features and the rest are shorts, and we have a couple panels. So we have an Actors Access panel and Actors Roundtable. We have a Film and Activism panel. I'm sure they'll be discussing how to do something about our, number 45 there. And then we have the documentary film panel, making and producing documentary films.
Well, someone else is going to be on that panel. So what are you going to impart on the people without giving away your secrets?
I don't know. I'm just going to be present. It's nothing that I'm going to invent. It's all about what I'm doing.
So what about that process now of being in the current political and creative environment and continuing to do work that tells those stories of people who you may pass every day, but really giving them that moment to come to the fore?
Oh, what about that moment?
Just what's it like in this environment now? Is the work just the work and you're doing it, or are you seeing things differently through a different lens now that I feel like we're in a moment of more consciousness just as a people across America?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, at least every single work that I've done, it's a direct response to the way I'm feeling and direct response to what's happening around the world. I have another film that it's about simply about this man connecting with hyenas for 40 years.
Yeah.
And for me, that was just, it's all about the relationships that we can have, you know, how beautiful it can be, especially with what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So, and Fred was also a response to that as well, because again, for me, it was about the dignity. It's about the dignity of a person, of us as human beings, our dignity. That's very important. So,
Well, we also have a trailer from Quest, so let's go ahead and play that for a second.
They on the step. The step is the minimum.
I love North Philly. This is the neighborhood that we lived in all our lives.
We ball players down here. We're more about the streets and everybody just hanging out as a whole. When you do talk to people, you find out they're not as hard as they appear to be.
Gotta love the city of brotherly love.
boy got
Absolutely. Karen, so can you tell people how they can sign up and make sure to be in the house at BAM on that day?
Sure. It's April 26th through the 30th at BAM in downtown Brooklyn. Tickets are available at the box office. There's no festival pass. Just go up to the box office and buy your regular ticket. And you can find the schedule at bam.org/New Voices. And on Twitter, we're #NewVoices2017. We're on Facebook as well.
Awesome.
New Voices.
So Jessica, how can we check out more of your work and look for that Hyenas movie coming soon?
okay, so that's going to be at the New York African Film Festival at the Film Society of Lincoln Center on May 5th and May 9th.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, busy time for you coming up. Thanks for the work, and we're looking
7
forward to
years,
your
Head.
first year.
All right.
All right,
New
well,
Voices in Black Cinema.